Yo! How's it going, everyone? It is that time once again. We are back for the Dokkan early stream. It is Sunday morning. It's also the 1st of September. So we're into a new month. You should have got your thing from like the profile level reset. Obviously, we've got the weekend login bonus thing going on at the moment as well. So decent couple of stones today for logging in. These paused. Right, let's put the second channel link in here. Right, so start off and just get our dailies done. But yeah, how have you guys been doing? Obviously, I had yesterday off, so no streams or anything yesterday. So how have you guys been? How have you been getting on with the new units? And they do pity for the 10th anniversary. I mean, this is what I was saying in the thing about the pity, right? Is even if it's not great for people right now, if it's a system that stays in place and is going to be in place for like the worldwide every year and potentially also the anniversary, even if you can't take advantage of it this time, chances are you probably will be able to save up like ready for the next one. But yeah, I haven't seen the particular thing in question about the... Oh, it's this one, right? Oh yeah, that is true, because you can trade them into normal coins as well. That's a good point. I wonder why this... I actually don't know, to be honest. It's Theo handles all of the Spotify side stuff. So... Who do you think would win, Wukong or Goku? I mean, it's funny to think about because obviously Goku is based on him, but I guess it just depends like which version of Goku. No music. Oh, the audio is muted. Desktop audio. That's the exact same thing that happened after the podcast cut out and came back the other day. Is for some reason the desktop audio came like default when I opened OBS. For some reason had changed to muted, even though it never normally is. So. I'm not sure why. Oh, someone's being very energetic this morning. How you can have that much energy at like 7 o'clock in the morning? Yeah, I was gonna say, because that's one of the only things I know about him after getting all of the various different like magical artifacts and random things that he has, is that he has multiple different things that make him immortal. But then that's the thing, is it's kind of like the Zamasu problem with like Zamasu getting beaten down by Vegito Blue. Like, it doesn't matter if the other person is a stronger fighter. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do if the other person's invincible? Because, yeah, it depends which version of Goku as well. Because if we're talking, like, crazy plot armor, like Goku with, you know, true UI from the manga or whatever, then I don't know. But I would have assumed it would probably be Wukong. The manga version could Hakai him. I mean, I guess technically that is true. But yeah, always remember to do this every day, because this mission resets every day. So you get 3 stones every day by doing this. 33 different. Well, there you go. I mean, technically you can keep the coins, but only as only as like red coins, right, or carnival. Yeah, apathy, how's it going? I mean, to be fair, they don't really explain exactly how that, like, exactly how the Hakai thing works anyway, because when he tries to do it on Zamasu in the manga, like half of his, well, I don't think it's exactly half, but like half of him has already disappeared. But then when he makes him like stop doing it, like it breaks out of it, like obviously the rest of it, like the stuff that had already disappeared just comes back. But I'm not sure why. Like, if the ability is, like, erasing you from existence, essentially, then surely the bits that already had gone would be gone. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Zamasu managed to break out of him doing it, so assumingly Wukong would be able to as well. Here at the border, how's it going? Dokkan Fest by BROLY. I mean, it could happen. You get stones for ranking up after 500. I can't remember, actually. No, well, the stones come from those specific rank up missions, and they don't go higher than 500. Being shafted for BROLY. Oof. Yeah, I've heard people saying that about the OST for the standby. It's basically just a remix of the thing, the actual like track from the movie. More BROLY. Yeah, it'd be nice if they did update those missions, because it's crazy. Like 500 is only halfway through, like all the ranks. So I don't know why they don't have missions. Like they should have missions going all the way up to 999. But yeah, I would imagine he probably can't get trapped in a different dimension either. I don't know. Next JSL Saga Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Yeah, we definitely, like, it's been quite a long time. I feel like we definitely at this point need a new Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Perfect Cell. I mean, yeah, Gotenks and Super Buu just like broke out of it, and Gotenks and Piccolo together did it with just like sheer power somehow. So Yeah, that'd be the best part, is for people who are at rank 999, like if they did add all those missions in, you'd just auto-complete them, so the amount of like stones you'd get all in one go would be quite nice. Because I think when they released the rank missions already, I was already at the max one, so it was quite nice just having those missions auto-complete and getting a bunch of stones for not doing anything. Yeah, shout out to everyone who's out here nice and early for the early stream. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you have not already. So hopefully, we don't know for sure, of course, but I'm expecting that we could see the BROLY. No, please no. Could see the INT BROLY EZA details today, maybe. Because there still needs to be a data download because the stuff's not in the files yet. So the way I can imagine it would go is tweet gets made today with his details, data download tomorrow, and then the EZA is on Tuesday. But yo, not so depressed Kingo from the Twitch side, how's it going? Yeah, BROLY confirmed. I accidentally leaked it. I didn't mean to. But I mean, that's the thing. Whilst I've said many times how much I dislike BROLY, I do actually think it would be kind of funny if the part 2 Dokkan Fest LR was BROLY. Shout out to Aaron Phillips for becoming a member of the Ningen Club. I appreciate you. Is BROLY balding? Well, no, he's got the. You can see the hair like sticking out of the like the goo, because assumingly underneath he still has like Broly's actual hair. What categories is he even on? Isn't he technically an artificial life form? Oh no, I'm in the wrong bit. I want to do that. Looks so dumb. But yeah, there's the hair sticking out like the side, so you would assume that it's supposed to be just Broly's hair underneath, but I don't know.
Alright, let's do this.
We're just like BROLY. Yeah, I just think it's a weird choice. Like, they could have made, I think, well, people probably still wouldn't be super hyped about it because he is like a weird goo monster. I don't know. People probably would not dislike BROLY as much if it was just a different, like it was an original character. If it was just someone had created some like clone monster thing and then it went out of control and they had to fight it. I don't know if people would hate it as much, but I think it's because BROLY's such a popular character. So for a lot of people, especially because he wasn't on the cover, or I guess back then, I don't know if it would have ever been in a cinema like in the US or anything, but like even on the movie poster, like it has BROLY in a test tube, like normal BROLY, and then it has the Goten and Trunks and 18 and that on it. But like, so people thought, oh yes, another BROLY movie. We love BROLY. He's one of the most popular characters in the franchise. And then within the first, like, as soon as he appears for the first time, he gets covered in goo and becomes a weird swamp thing monster. Like, so I'm sure like loads of people were just super disappointed that it wasn't actually BROLY again. But yeah, I think people would have disliked it less if it was just something completely original. But BROLY would help activate Cell Max's active skill condition being on the artificial life forms. True. Because yeah, they could have made it just a clone of BROLY and then kept him the same, like just. But then I guess it would have just been another movie where they fight Super Saiyan BROLY. But I don't know. Not really sure the best way they could have done it, but team request for the new hard BROLY event. Go for it. And the tanky has a tail. Yeah, that is true as well. And then he doesn't have it. Like BROLY doesn't have it. So even because obviously even though he's like his body's covered in goo, like you think the tail would still be sticking out the back, or he'd have like a slimy tail or something. I don't know. They could have not made the movie. That is also true. I mean, the thing is, Cell Max needs is it movie bosses or super bosses and then artificial life forms? Because BROLY is BROLY would be a movie boss as well, anyway. Yeah, it does have to be super bosses. Yeah, it's the only bad thing about Cell Max on it's the only bad thing about Cell Max on the Tech Broly's team. Is that obviously Tech BROLY being a movie boss but not a super boss means that he doesn't get that full rotation. All superclass characters from movie 8. I mean, the reason why I think that probably wouldn't be doable is because you'd have to bring a unit that includes the name Super Saiyan Goku, which then makes the event super hard. But apart from the new unit, like everyone else from the movie that has a unit in the game at the moment is terrible, and so would probably just get destroyed. Because if we think about like, in fact, do we even have a whole team of superclass movie 8 characters? I'm pretty sure we don't. Movie heroes. Yeah, because there's obviously these guys, this guy, then we got this Trunks. But like, isn't that it? Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, technically there's this guy, but he's... Well, I suppose if he's on movie heroes, then he has to be the Gohan from the BROLY movie, right? Because otherwise, who else would he be? Like, which other movie Gohan would he be? Yeah, that's the problem with that Super Saiyan mission for the event, is that the character has to be a Super Saiyan Goku, but they're all terrible. Well, not terrible, but like just not good against really tough events anymore. Hey, yo, Blair says, hey mate, it's Father's Day here in Australia. Can you tell my daughters Holly and Ruby I love them? Nice. Happy Father's Day, dude. Hope you have a good one. Never mind. Yeah. Let's include movie 10. I mean, yeah, if you include both the BROLY movies, then at least you have, like... I mean, the Gobras aren't exactly great anymore, but at least we do have them. We'll put this guy on there as well. He only supports tech types though. Yeah, that was something we talked about on the podcast where Minato was saying that I didn't think about at all, is the fact that you can use the transforming Goku. Because you'll in the first phase, you'll be giving the INT Broly the buff, but that doesn't make him that hard. And then he transforms into Super Saiyan 2, and then you go into the second phase, and you don't have a Super Saiyan Goku on your team anymore. So then Broly doesn't get the buff, and then the second phase is easier. Yeah, the AGL, like Super Saiyan 1. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this team would get absolutely crushed anyway, because this guy doesn't have an EZA and is, what, like 4 years old at this point? The Gobro's EZA wasn't particularly great. Which is a shame. Considering, like, I really liked the Gobros when they came, and they came out as a global first. And it was lucky for me, because I pulled them, and then it was not long before the 4th anniversary for global. And I didn't get Super Saiyan 4 Goku, even though I used, like, I think it was over 2,000 stones, I didn't get LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But fortunately, because I had the Gobros, they're a Goku family leader as well, so I did pull Vegeta, so I could still make, like, the Goku family and Vegeta family teams. But alright, so where's... I want to try out it's kind of annoying that they're probably waiting until LR Duran comes out, but it's kind of annoying that Global doesn't have the rest of these stages. Part 2 is Second Coming. Yeah, that for the physical support Gohan. Yeah, I talked about him in that video that I made in the lead up to the worldwide, talking about like which units could EZA. I do want to try these guys out on this team as well. Yeah, how many super bosses allies is it that he needs? On the team up to 30. So yeah, it's 5 including himself. So it'll be Broly, Cell Max, Broly Trio, him, Frieza, and the friend Broly. So technically, you don't even need to have that many, so that's fine. But yeah, like realistically, every Z Broly, yeah, exactly, Weaver class, like every Z Broly movie character should EZA, because it's been so long since we've had a Z Broly celebration. Most of the characters in the game, well, which we already saw when we looked, there's not that many anyway from the Z Broly movies, but most of them are so old. Like that STR Trunks, we already know that Broly is getting his EZA, the INT Broly, because they announced it in the Dokkan now, and that STR Trunks is his banner unit. So they have done a thing in the past before where they EZA'd, I think it was the worldwide, it was the Cooler worldwide, but they EZA'd AGL Metal Cooler, and then they EZA'd I think it was Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta and the STR AoE Piccolo. They EZA'd them at the same time, even though they were their banner units, which they've never done before. I looked in the wrong thing. There it is. I didn't actually pin. There we go. Don't forget, if you like the stream, to like the stream. That's right, Serial Killer. Appreciate you. we got compared to the number of likes to and the number of people in the stream is exactly 100 away. So 100 people in the stream have not liked the stream. So do go ahead, hit that like button. Terrible at tracking Dokkan schedule. The next big thing after Worldwide before Heroes. There isn't really a big thing before Heroes because the Worldwide takes up most of the rest of September. And then Heroes is usually mid-November-ish, early to mid-November. So October pretty much just ends up being like a filler Dokkan Fest, and then like with a Part 2 LR. So usually anything like super crazy that you have to worry about too much. Like I think for Global, was it last year for Global? It was Turles. Is Turles that recent? Well, I say recent, obviously that's almost a year old, but yeah, it will be a new Dokkan Fest that comes out on both versions at the same time. We'll check. Where's Turles? Physical Turles. Yeah, October 2023 for Global, 5th of October. So yeah, basically the Worldwide celebration will finish, and then like the next celebration will start. It'll be a new Dokkan Fest. It'll be on both versions at the same time, because obviously after the Worldwide, everything is going to be on both versions at the same time. Yeah, AGL Broly and Beast Gohan will be available with coins for Global when we get what would normally be called the Tanabata banner on JP, but Global usually gets it around like Christmas time. Because it will have Tech UI Goku on it as well, but he won't be available with coins. So.
All right, let's do this.
Doesn't have the auto battle on. Alright, so we'll see how this team does. Broly on the double AGL Broly team versus this Blue Evolution Vegeta. This is the stage 4 of the Universe Survival Saga Red Zone. They haven't given us the other stages yet on Global, so... I'm not sure about Frieza in slot 1. I mean, turn 1 is his best turn defensively, but... yeah, he's probably just dead. I mean, after taking the hit and getting his defense buff, he takes double-digit damage from the normals, but... I mean, we do survive, just. But then, of course, that's assuming Global still gets that banner around Christmas time, because with Sync, like, who knows what else would be going on in December. But it is a banner that doesn't have any new characters on it, so it's like a returning banner for a lot of people. The banner's usually got loads of featured units on it as well. Like, it's not, I would say, necessarily even worth summoning on. It's just the fact that because that banner comes back, it means that Broly and Gohan are available with coins. 2 beasts for Rainbow. I don't need more Beast Gohans. Global is caught up with everything except for LR Jiren and the Dokkan Fest Roshi, and then the stuff that came with his celebration, like the Videl EZA and the Peppy Girls Red Zone thing. Obviously, they did say in the thing about the sync a little while ago that everything that's not out on Global yet will be out by the end of the year. But they haven't said like what that timeline looks like. Oh my god, that's so loud. Oh yeah, that's no actual timeline. Just, you know, this is gonna happen. But yeah, Roshi's an easy skip. Who's better, AGL or Tech Broly? Wait, did they super twice? Rose just casually taking double-digit damage, though. Well, these guys hit quite hard with their super attack, but that's how good Rose can be once he's done like a whole bunch of attacks. But yeah, in terms of AGL or Tech Broly, it's probably Tech Broly, but AGL Broly's not like super far behind. Because there's a couple of like major differences, like obviously Tech Broly you can just put in slot 1 on turn 1 and he'll tank like everything. Whereas Broly, AGL Broly, especially pre-transformed, is like not a slot 1 unit, right? Even once he has transformed, like start of turn defense is up to around like 400k, and then he has guard, but just that's like not enough really. Yeah, see, like even post super untransformed, like he can take some big damage from the super attacks. Plus, yeah, AGL Broly does have the better leader skill, because currently Movie Bosses isn't like the best team. It needs some more buffs for sure. Yeah, I wasn't expecting Broly's details to be 7th. I mean, that's the thing. We don't really know what to expect going forward with the sync. There does seem to be some like indications that the global times are going to change to the JP times, which would be cool. We talked about this before, right? It'd be great for me. But yeah, global, as the way it works now, is global news and stuff is normally at this time, which is 7:30 for me. But JP news is at 9. I need more content for Stones. Praying for Garlic Jr. in October. I mean, that would be kind of good. Coming out of this celebration and then getting a Dokkan Fest like movie boss character. Does the friend count towards the LR Taylor's damage reduction passive? It does, yes. Any character that says like needs a certain number of allies on the team, it includes the friend as well. So that can be quite helpful. Right. Yeah, I want to do this one. Because, yeah, this should be a fun team.
Alright, let's
Yeah, that's the thing. The time change for the news and events and stuff is going to be awkward for some, like, US players. But obviously for me, with the time zones and everything, it's quite good. So... Right. How do I build Broly? It's probably full additional and then dodge. So... well, the new Broly doesn't have Super Saiyan because the legendary Super Saiyan form doesn't count. Legendary Super Saiyan is beyond Power Beyond Super Saiyan, which is he is on that category. But it's because he goes from base straight to Legendary Super Saiyan. If he went, like, obviously the ones that are Super Saiyan Broly that transform into Legendary Super Saiyan are on that category. But Like, it's annoying that he's not on it because it would be nice for him to be on those teams, but technically it does make sense because it's like if we had a Goku that went from base to Super Saiyan 2 or 3, then obviously he wouldn't be on Super Saiyans. But yeah, it's weird because like Legendary Super Saiyan is just kind of its own form that only Broly has, but it's classed as being power beyond Super Saiyan for some reason, even though for all intents and purposes it is just him. Well, I suppose it isn't just him going Super Saiyan 1, is it? Because in the first movie it's restrained, but he basically is like a Super Saiyan with like the blue hair. And in movie 2, he's still like the thinner version with the Super Saiyan hair. And then when he becomes Legendary Super Saiyan, it's when he's big and buff. So it is a different form to like normal Super Saiyan. So yeah. But there you go. Anyway, let's jump in and check this out. So we got them on the first turn as well, which is good. So okay, let's actually jump into the thing first. I don't think Chaos is, no. Would there be any reason for them to hide the details for STR Broly for part 2? Probably not. Well, I mean, they normally just don't show them until like a few days before, right? So it's not like they necessarily would have like a reason to hide them, but it's more so like they just wait because they normally only show that stuff like a couple of days before. So if, like the INT Broly details, we're expecting them because his EZA should come out in a couple of days time, but the STR one, if it's coming in part 2, they probably won't show the details for it this early. Yeah, that's the only thing I should have really thought about is this team. We have the Gogeta, who's a movie hero, and then this guy, is he on All Out Struggle? Yeah. But then that's it, really. Because unfortunately, just because they're a Super Saiyans character doesn't necessarily mean they're super great on this team. But yeah, see, the 15% damage reduction and ally support for 2 turns is what they don't get if they don't have the ally. So obviously for this first turn, they don't. Okay, so you get 3 links. It's just Saiyan Warrior Race instead of Prodigies. Alright, well, we'll see how we go on. Trying to record it to see how we go, get this video up later. Hey guys, Mark here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today I want to check out the LR Super Saiyan Trio boys over here on the Tech Vegeta team. This team is probably still one of my favourite teams in the game. I've been very much enjoying this team since we got to add the Broly and Gogeta from the anniversary. And then the Blue Evolution Vegeta EZA was kind of like the final thing to really help round out the team. And now we have the Super Saiyan Trio as well. Now these guys are an interesting character for this team because they obviously fit on the leader skill because they are a Super Saiyan's character. However, they don't get the full 200% leader skill because they're not on Pure Saiyan's Battle of Wits or Mastered Evolution. So it'll be interesting to see how well they do under the 170 lead. Now, the big thing about them when it comes to their restrictions is they're not super restricted. Like, we still get the 50% support, attack support for allies as well as 3 ki. They still get all their extra defense based on their ki when they get hit. They can still get the additional attacks. They can still get the effective the additional attack with 18 key and the attacks effective against all types when key is 24. The only thing that is interesting for them for this team is this last part at the bottom. If there's another movie hero or all-out struggle ally in the same turn, additional damage reduction of 15%, and for 2 turns all allies defense 77%. So on this rotation, we have the Tech Vegeta and the AGL Broly, and neither of them are movie heroes or all-out struggle characters. Actually, I mean, I didn't double check Vegeta, but I guess funnily enough, you could make an argument for Broly being on all-out struggle, because once he transforms into full power Broly, and then Gogeta transforms into blue Gogeta, Broly gets absolutely like destroyed. So all-out struggle for full power Broly versus Gogeta would kind of make sense, but because one of the things to remember, like I think we talked about it when we had the watch party for Broly, like before the anniversary. If you go back and watch the Dragon Ball Super Broly, right when we get near to the end, basically as soon as Gogeta transforms into blue, Broly doesn't touch him for the whole of the rest of the fight. Like, he doesn't land a single hit on him once he transforms into blue. He like completely dominates him. So you could make an argument that he should be on all-out struggle because of that. But either way, it means on this starting rotation, we're not getting that all ally support and the extra damage reduction. So I'm going to keep them on the rotation, because that way we're not getting hit. And we can get the we've got Blue Evolution Vegeta in slot 7, so he'll come into play on turn 3, and he is an all-out struggle character. And obviously we do have the physical LR Gogeta on the team as well, and so he is of course a movie hero. So we will have turns where these guys get their passive active, and obviously that all allies defense 77% for 2 turns is going to be super beneficial for characters like this Tech Vegeta, because obviously he builds up his defense by stacking his super attack effect, and then when he gets hit, he gets a large amount of defense buff based on the amount of HP you have at the start of the turn. But then you throw a character on the rotation with him that's giving him an extra 77% defense, and it's for 2 turns, so it will affect the Vegeta on the other rotation as well. And of course the other big thing is that the trio obviously are a unit whose name includes Goku, so that means that Vegeta gets that potential extra attack as well, because he needs a unit on rotation with him whose name includes Goku, and he can get that extra super, which of course super beneficial for characters that stack, getting as many super attacks as possible. So even though, like I say, these guys are not like perfect for his tier, it depends on the build, right? Because Vegeta's leader skill is obviously Super Saiyan's all Vegeta family, so you could change out other units like specifically for other movie heroes or all-out struggle characters, so that you're essentially making sure that these guys have their passive active like every single time. Because what we could do for this build is we could float Blue Evolution Vegeta and Gogeta, so basically 2 out of every 3 rotations with the duo, if we're keeping them on slot 2 with this Vegeta, yeah, 2 out of every 3 rotations they would have that full passive active. So we'll go ahead and do this, do this, and then get the rainbows for you. But I mean, Tech Vegeta was like, you know, just like Saiyan Day last year with the God Goku, Tech Vegeta on release was essentially like the best TUR in the game. So I know a lot of people were still very much committed to the like save for the anniversary thing, but like for global, it definitely was a tough skip, because not only was Vegeta very good, but we already knew about the anniversary from JP, and obviously knew that Broly and Gogeta were going to both be on his team. Broly gets the full 200% leader skill, Gogeta gets the 170, but like, yeah, they're both, like, Vegeta's team is very good and very fun. The only event so far that I've really had trouble with this team, like with no items, is the Cell Max Stage 2. I did that video a little while back before the Worldwide, where we were taking a couple of different teams up against like Beast, Blue, Gogeta, and then Cell Max Stage 2. And the Cell Max one was the only one that was like particularly difficult for that team, just because of how hard he hit straight away from turn 1. And obviously Vegeta ideally wants to get you know, some turns to build up. So if he takes a super straight away, like, he takes a lot of damage, which is unfortunate. So it's one of those things that as the team gets more units, like Vegeta on release was kind of like the on both rotations, he's just going to be your slot 1 unit character. But as bosses start to hit harder and harder, he'll become like not a slot 1 unit basically. Alright, so these guys, we have their thing up now. So now we have everyone has 77% extra defense. So this Vegeta on turn 2 already at 610. And bear in mind when he gets hit, he gets the extra defense based on the HP that we have. So it's up to 150% and we're on what? Like 75% HP? So he would be getting what, like 100 and... No, about 100 would be like 66%. So yeah, he's going to be getting like 110% defense when he gets hit. So because of the support from them, like on this turn, when he takes the first hit, like he goes up to being well over 1 million defense. Because 77% defense is just so much. And there's so much extra defense that he gets just from them being on the rotation. And like we said, it's a 2-turn thing as well. So we can get them the full 24 key here. Plus the 3 key support is also very useful for like characters like INT Evolution Vegeta. Not like it matters for this turn, because obviously he'll be dead before then anyway. But Vegeta being able to get to 24 key, so he gets the guaranteed crits. Like, there's one of the reasons why the people like this trio so much and why he's ranked highly. Like, I should probably get around to finally doing another tier list with like the worldwide LRs and stuff on it. Because yeah, their support is just super good for characters, especially anyone who has like a multiplicative defense buff. Like any character who, like this Vegeta, either from getting hit or if it's when they attack or whatever, gets like a big percentage defense buff, that takes into account the support that they're getting from the trio. So it just becomes a ridiculous amount. Like same with this Vegeta, right? Because the support's carrying over from the previous turn, because it's all allies for 2 turns. So 620k defense. And then he just gets more stacks off anyway. We'll keep BROLY here now and float off King Vegeta. Take easy apathy. But yeah, Tech Vegeta, very good. Obviously, he has not returned yet for Global or JP. It's usually around October. It's either going to be like the October Dokkan Fest, because obviously after the Worldwide Celebration, the games are going to be synced. So we'll get, once the Worldwide Celebration is over, which takes up most of September, beginning of October, we'll get a new Dokkan Fest exclusive, and that will be on both versions at the same time. So based on when they've brought back the Saiyan Day unit in the past, that's probably the ideal time, because Global would often get like that random Halloween banner that didn't have any new characters on it, but just had a bunch of like recent Dokkan Fests. And with God Goku, was it the year before with Majin Vegeta? That was when he returned. And then last year for God Goku, I think he came back on JP slightly earlier, but around that kind of time is when we would normally expect it. And with the games being synced now, and the worldwide being out of the way at the end of September, I can imagine that for that beginning of October filler Dokkan Fest, whoever it will end up being, Tech Vegeta will potentially be back on that banner. So, because yeah, I got one dupe for mine, so definitely looking forward to getting extra copies for him. Because even just having that second dupe, right, getting the extra couple of star abilities, and then having the the gold equipment slot unlocked, makes a significant difference. Alright, so we got Gogeta on rotation, so obviously we have our movie heroes ally. Vegeta starting off at 840k, and we're at what, 90% HP. So when we get hit, he's gonna get what, like somewhere between 130 and 140%, which means he goes up to like an insane amount. Like he's gonna be at almost 2 million defense after he gets hit. And that's because of like having the extra 77% already from the trio, which is really good. Shall I use their active skill now? We're going to get through the tech phase. Tech phase is next. Yeah, let's go ahead and use their... we'll go ahead and use the standby here, I think. Yeah, we'll just all be wrong in the straight up LSJ Broly. I mentioned, yeah, part 2 is just movie 10 Broly. I don't know what to expect for the part 2 LR, because it's like, would they just do Broly from the second movie as the second unit? So we just got 2 like legendary Super Saiyan Brolys. Like there's every day I get more and more concerned that it is actually just going to be Bio Broly. All right, so we do lose out on the defensive support from the transformation until we pick up all the physical orbs. Because what does it give? It's yeah, it's defense 7% for 2 turns per physical orb. So because we can pick up, it's only 8 here, so it's not as much as they were giving pre-transformation, but it still puts him back up to 780. I mean, still basically well over 1.5 million defense after getting hit. Probably should transform Gogeta as well. I'm not sure if we'll get a chance for him to be back on rotation because we're floating in here, but if he does, we get the target ability. So maybe I should have done that first because he creates the rainbow orbs. That could have potentially been helpful, but that's all right, we'll do that. To be fair as well, I probably should have put Goku in slot 1 because then he gets the there's 6 attacks in slot 1. That would have been another 18 charges on the standby, but I guess it's probably better for Vegeta to get an extra stack, right, with this guy being so close to being dead. Alright, so multiple different things we can do now. Not a lot of key on this rotation though, which is annoying. So we can go ahead and transform with Broly. In fact, let's turn... Yeah, we only really wanted to see the animation for the trio for the standby. So let's transform Broly. So we get the buff for our extreme units. And then... This is the only downside to the INT Vegeta on the team, basically not having really been able to do anything so far in this run, is that he doesn't have any key build up. So also we did get very unlucky with the orbs in these turns, so we've had like basically no charge for the standby really from this turn, which is a little bit unfortunate. We can make up for it with the next one, but yeah, Vegeta getting the additional should give him a little bit of or much better post super defense here. Triple super, okay, good. Decent bit of damage from him. Builds up damage reduction within the turn. I swear he's going to save a super attack for... he's going to save a super attack for AGL Broly, isn't he? Although post-transformation AGL Broly doesn't matter. He'll eat it anyway. And Vegeta, we know, has a ridiculous amount of defense at this point. And guard. I mean, still 247, though. I mean, this Gogeta can hit relatively hard, but... How much content will we still get for part 1? I mean, the only thing we know for sure is the INT BROLY EZA, which obviously at the time of recording on stream hasn't been announced yet. If this video goes up later today, the details might be out already. But yeah, hopefully the details will come out this morning. But yeah, of course, AGL Broly now gets to just do AGL Broly things and do a bunch of additional supers, hopefully with crits. He has 54% chance to crit as part of his transformed passive, and then mine has a little bit of extra crit. I did go mostly dodge on my Broly, which ended up quite nicely for him. So, alright, so I guess the only thing we can really do here is the active skill to finish off an almost dead Tech Gogeta. It's the only downside to the Goku, Gohan and Trunks standby is that you have to use it the next turn because they only stand by for 3 turns. So if we don't use it now, we just lose it basically, which is a little bit disappointing. I was kind of hoping we would finish off Tech Gogeta and then be able to use like the big standby punch against STR Gogeta, but it is what it is. So let's get this off here. Super Saiyan Goku versus Super Saiyan Gogeta. Because yeah, that's the thing, you can grab the extra orbs before you use it, but I don't want to float them off, because I could have put them in slot 3 and grabbed the orbs with King Vegeta in slot 2 as well, but we won this together. And then they get the Space Capsule KO screen. At least we got to see that, because if we'd used it on the first turn against STR Gogeta, I probably wouldn't have killed him, because we didn't get a crazy amount of charges. But also, we do get Blue Gogeta back again. So, I mean, we've got a ton of active skills we can do now. So, let's just start firing all these off.
I'll hit you with an attack you won't be able to destroy.
When are they going to fix the attack stat in front of Tech BROLY's face? I don't know. Hopefully they do. I retweeted a thing like when somebody pointed that out on the day it came out, because it is kind of funny that it's such a cool like frame as well of him like doing the point, and then his face is covered by the thing, which is kind of stupid.
How long do you think you can keep up with me?
It's phone dependent. Wait, is it really? Because it definitely does it to on mine. I mean, this is one of those things we might not even get another turn of the trio at this point. Because what are you up to now? 700k. I mean, I guess the only bad thing for us potentially here is eating a super in slot 1, but we have Blue Evolution, Vegeta's what's it called? Revival up, so we can't die anyway. So yeah, I guess we'll just transform with Vegeta. So get all the active skills off on this turn. Alright. So hopefully Tech Vegeta, I mean, if he takes a super straight away, because his defense does get lowered slightly with the transformation, but he still has guard and the big buff like when he gets hit. Of course, he can't get supered because we used the target skill. It's only the active skill, that, the AoE that can hit him. I should have put him in slot 2 actually. I forgot. That's a useful bit of tech, because the AoE would then have hit him, and then he gets his after being hit buff. So I should have done that really. Still gets the extra additional, so 13 mil here. I mean, if we don't kill him this turn, we do end up in that good position where the other Vegeta, we could just transform him and then use the Big Bang Attack active skill, like straight away. But yeah, Physical Gogeta. I still think out of the 3 target ability moves that we have in the game, Gogeta's is the best, right? Because obviously in an event that disables dodge, it technically becomes useless, but with these fights against, like, especially Beast, and then what's the other one with the status effect, like right at the end? Just like any of these bosses that we're getting now, where they very often super attack you in slot 1, and then they can stun or seal you with their super attack. It's like you use the target ability with one of your characters, and then they tank all of the hits, but they get stunned or sealed because of the boss's super attack effect. Whereas obviously Gogeta just dodges all of the attacks, so he can't be stunned or sealed by their super. Yeah, I think Blue Gogeta probably finishes him off here. Might not be with this one, but he's going to get another one as well. Yeah. Oh. Of course. Yeah, sort of hope Trunks is one as well. Alright, well, let's skip the transformation one since we've already seen that. But then we can go ahead and finish him off with this one. But yeah, there you go. So that's the physical Super Saiyan Trio on the Tech Vegeta Super Saiyans team. You know, we got we had the Gogeta, we had the Blue Evolution Vegeta, who can activate their passive for the extra support. I think, like, in practice with running them on this team now and seeing how they do, the support is obviously very, very useful, especially for the Tech Vegeta, to make him, like, nigh on invincible. So it probably is worth building the team with the extra all-out struggle or movie boss character, movie heroes character, and then having all three of those floating. So, I mean, the thing is, as great as King Vegeta is, and as much as I love using him on the team, because he's a really good banner unit, he does only support the pure Saiyans or Vegeta family characters, which on this team is just the Vegetas, Blue Evolution Vegeta and Broly. So if we're going to run these guys on the team, I suppose one way to do it, like, you could run them as just a floating support, and then just have, like, the Blue Evolution Vegeta on main rotation. But then you'd have to have the Gogeta on main rotation as well. Whereas normally I like to run the rotations with Blue Evolution and then Broly with the two Tech Vegetas. But either way, like, it can work out quite nicely. But throwing an extra all-out struggle character on the team or movie hero would make it so that you get their support passive up more often. But yeah, I think they do very well on this team. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Hopefully you've managed to pull them if you did summon for them. But yeah, I think they work out quite nicely on this team. Still one of my favourite teams to run in the game. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, pretty good. Would probably help to have the an extra one of those allies on the team, but it's quite nice seeing, like, Vegeta having such ridiculously high defense even after, like, one turn. So yeah, the Fallen, how's it going? Yeah, no news on INT BROLY yet, but hopefully it will be today. But also, I'm really intrigued to know, like, what they've got in mind, because obviously they haven't been the best at doing that stuff in the past. But, like, if the games are going to sync, and obviously we're in the middle of a celebration that is synced, because the worldwide is obviously, you know, we're all getting both the stuff at the same time. Are they still going to do the thing where, like, only JP shows the information, and so then we have to sit around waiting for somebody to translate it all the time? Or are they actually going to post the details on global? I have no idea. Right, so physical trio. Vegeta team. That is true, actually. Yeah, they did say in the global version of the Dokkan Now that the details would be posted on social media. So actually, that is true. Yeah, I missed that extra part of the thing when we'd said about the Turles passive, but yeah, it counts himself. Basically, anytime any passive for any character, if it says, like, a certain number of allies, and then it doesn't say in brackets afterwards self-excluded, then it will count themselves as well. So it means, like, a lot of characters, where if it says, like for example, that physical Rosé, it says 6% damage reduction per super boss's ally on the team. If he was the only Super Boss's ally on the character on the team, he would still get 6% because it counts himself. So it means he needs 4 other allies plus himself, 5, to get the 30% damage reduction. And it can be useful for some passives. Like if you know you're going to be running a friend that is the right category, it means you don't have to run as many characters on your base team. Because what is it? Where was the Broly team that I made? I think I've changed it multiple times. But yeah, because this Broly team here, AGL Broly and Cell Max are not on Planetary Destruction. So the Planetary Destruction characters on the team are Tech Broly, Physical Turles, LR Turles Army, and Harudegan. So that's only 4. But then when I run the team with a friend Tech Broly, then he's Planetary Destruction character number 5. And so that means the LR Turles Army gets their full passive active. But I just need I need INT Broly to get his EZA so I can take you off of the team. Or depending on the event, the way I sort of change up this team with the Tech Broly, and it can be a risk because obviously you're kind of relying on orbs, is I either have Turles on there or I put the trio on there. So in this instance of the team build, I would be dropping Harudegan for INT Broly. But if it was the other version, I'd be dropping Physical Turles for Broly, because Physical Turles is definitely worse than Harudegan. Even though Harudegan can be very hit or miss, as we've discussed before, with his not dodging sometimes. But because yeah, Movie Bosses has the potential to be a really good team by the end of the worldwide celebration. But MUI Zamasu, my dad did a rotation on the Broly trio, back-to-back multis. He got me 2 of the trio. Hey, nice. So they're 69% thanks to him. Talos, how's it going? Well, we've had because remember they dropped the Cell Max before he came out on JP. They dropped the Cell Max details on Sunday morning. So I do think it's very possible that we could see his details. I'm a new Dokkan player. I just got a Goku Black Rift. What does that mean? Well, you will have probably seen it by now.
Do you want to taste the power of the ultimate android?
Hey, shout out to Jeff Lewis for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. But yeah, if you get the Goku Black Rift in the sky when you as the characters fly in, before you even pull down on the thing, it just means you're guaranteed to get the new unit from that banner. So if it was on the Broly banner, you're getting Broly, and if it was on the Trio banner, you're getting the Trio. It's always whoever the new character is. So if there's a banner that you're summoning on, a ticket banner or the Christmas banner that Global gets and stuff like that, where there isn't a new unit, you can't get that animation, because that animation means the new main unit. So if a banner doesn't have one, then you can't get that animation. But yeah, same with if the Zenos pop down from the top of the screen, or if you get the Whis Rewind, those 3 animations are all you guaranteed to get the new character. On the Broly banner, I got the legendary Beerus and Whis flying in together. Nice. Yeah, that's the only. Well, there's a couple. I didn't realize my ticket summon when we got the Whis. It was only when I was editing the video back to upload the summons that I realized that it was Whis and 1 other character, which is a guaranteed Whis animation. That's the thing. If you see Whis pop up in a summon when there's 4 people flying in, there is a chance that you could get the animation. But if it's Whis and only 1 other character, as long as it's not Vegeta, then it's a guaranteed Whis rewind. And if it's Whis and Beerus, and they're the only... Actually, I don't think they have to be the only two. No, they can be... It's kind of like Krillin and 18. Like, if it's Whis and Beerus, even if there's other characters there as well, it doesn't matter. You get a guaranteed rewind. And yeah, those 3 animations are all, like, the new character guaranteed. So... Yeah, it's Whis and 1 other character, as long as it's not Vegeta. BROLY EZA info when? Well, hopefully today. Yeah, if it's Whis or Beerus and then 1 other person. That's why most of the time when you see them fly in, there's like they're with like 3 other people, and then you don't get the animation. This is what happens most of the time. I remember I got Whis and Bam. I was getting BROLY. Yeah, it's either going to be, if it's not this morning for the BROLY info, it'll be tomorrow morning, because we know his EZA is coming out like in the week. We just don't know when. Which is annoying, because you'd think, like, there hasn't been a ton of stuff, like, straight away in part 1. Like, there's been quite a few events. Some of them are just, like, the daily ones and, like, the weekly one. So, it doesn't feel like as much content, because you do it on the first day, and then you can't do that event for another week. So, so we got all the summons with the stones and stuff. The story event. These things. Yeah, because it's like this event and then like this. You can only do once a week anyway. So... so we had that. We got the support memory boost one. The Cybermen update. Weekend login bonus is obviously where we are now. And then everything else is just like a bunch of returning events. And then the countdown stuff. So like, I don't know why they only put the stuff in the news for like the first week of the celebration. Like they announced Broly's EZA in the Dokkan now. So it's not like they'd be hiding it like or spoiling it by putting in the news that like it comes out next week. But we do a run in the Omega event using the new trio and someone like the 7-Year Gods or SS4 Goku to show how much the trio support works. Yeah, I wish I could do that, but yeah, I don't have the gammas, unfortunately. The Omega event. God, it's been a long time since we've done that. Yeah, that is true. We did get top grossing yesterday, which was very unexpected. Are these guys on their team? No. Yeah, a lot of Bulma on the team works really, really well with the, especially, yeah, if you get her active skill when you're charging up the standby, like, that works very well. Yeah, these guys lead all out struggle. Maybe heroes or connected hope. Yeah, so they won't be getting the... What's your thoughts on the changes to top grossing? I mean, how is it anything but a massive W, I guess, right? The, like, we used to be, what, 7 stones per region? So because we hit top grossing in 3 regions, it would have been 21 stones. But the new format is that as long as we hit top grossing in at least 3 places, we get 50 stones. Because the thing is, the only way that that is technically worse is, I guess, if we then hit it in more than, what is it, like, is it 8? Like, if we ended up hitting it in, like, 10 regions, with the old format, that would be 70 stones. So technically the new format is worse. But the difference is we'd never hit it in that many regions anymore. So it's usually, like, 3 or 4 if we're lucky. Yeah, these guys are on the 200% lead. I'm going to take them off so I can keep those guys on main rotation. I've already seen how well they can do with the Vegeta, Tech Vegeta. Where's it all out struggle? There. And then what was it on Power of Wishes, which is back up here somewhere. There. Yeah, God Goku changes orbs to physical, and obviously getting the defense buff is quite good for him. Yeah, I guess we could bring him, because he's not like a super hard hitting unit either, so it's not like he's just going to win the fight before we get to do anything.
Alright, let's do this.
Right, physical trio on turn 2. Put them there so they can eat the super. Yeah, the trio do, like, basically carry the team, but there are some really good units on here. Like, the INT trio are still really good. I mean, Super Saiyan's category in general, right, is good. Although there's quite a few characters that don't get their full 200 that would be decent. And in Super Saiyan 4 Goku at 935k with no GT links on turn 3. When you say no GT links, you mean like, because obviously one of the big ones for him is Saiyan Raw. Nice, double digit damage. Yeah, GT gives extra defense. You know when new content stages? We do not know for new stages, no. Normally when it comes to them releasing the multiple stages of like the red or blue zones, it's usually in the different parts. So it won't be till part 2.
So this is a Super Saiyan God. I never knew this level of power existed.
They're at 381 turn 1. I'm just going to get that. Goku's not getting hit anyway. I'm expecting us to get 1 GT unit during the 10th anniversary minimum. Potentially, because I could see the 10th anniversary main units being fusions again. Because like, we still don't have a really good standalone. No, we don't have a recent like good standalone Super Vegetos or Super Gogeas. So I can imagine them being LRs. We talked about all the various different options like before, like a Goku Vegeta that fuse, but you can choose like which they fuse into. Like, there's quite a few different ways they could do it that would be cool. It's 12.5 million as their first attack. There's the only problem with them being on turn 2 though. It's like we could have easily got another potentially 2 super attacks off here, but yeah, keep the tradition alive. Just keep doing Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas as part of the anniversary, like every 2 years. Well, no, they skipped the 6th year, but then they did an extra one for the 7th, I guess. Because it's 2nd anniversary, 4th anniversary, and then 7th and 8th included Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta somehow. Well, there's a lot of physical orbs. Double digits, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, that's what I keep saying to people is like, I know people will be super disappointed, but they've created this trend now where each anniversary for the last couple of anniversaries, we've been getting the previous anniversary LRs like get their EZAs. So of course, because we got the 6-year EZAs during the 9-year, everybody's like, you know, basically convinced it's like, well, the 7-year EZAs are gonna, the 7-year LRs are gonna EZA during the 10th anniversary, but I actually don't necessarily know that they will. And the big thing will come down to what they do with leader skills with the new units for the 10th anniversary, because if they don't go over 200%, then like they'd be the 7-year LRs would be the first 200% leaders to EZA. And if they're not going to start pushing past 200% for the leader skills, then it means it'd be weird because like they'd get an EZA, but their leader skill wouldn't change. Now, we've talked about some stuff like potentially in the past, like, you know, give them an extra category or, you know, maybe they just put it up to like 4 key instead of 3. But that does feel a little bit disappointing that they get their EZA, but because it's so early, they just don't do anything to their like leader skill. Seven-year part 2 LRs. Oh, what the... Wait, who was the 7-year part 2s? Well, I've already forgotten who the... Is it the LR? Is it the Kai Goku and the INT Gohan? I thought, why am I thinking that they were the 8-year? Yeah, Kaioken Goku Great Vegeta. Yeah, because the 6-year was the Universe 7s. Yeah, that's why I forgot about them, because, yeah, they're not that great. But yeah, I think it's definitely too high for, like, going over 200% leader skills, so... But yeah, these guys have 800k defense already. This is their 2nd turn. I'm going to put them in slot 1 and risk them getting immediately killed, because otherwise they don't get any more stacks, because the trio will just kill them. Of course. Yeah, that's what I think will happen, is I think it's just going to be 4 key instead of 4. 4 key instead of 3, which is kind of disappointing because it's such a minor change. Like, it's almost like they didn't do anything at all if they just do that, but I don't think we'll see percentages go over I don't think we'll see percentages go over 200% this quickly. Smartest thing would be to add another. Yeah, that's what I think. Is if that would be really cool if they added an extra 30%. That would be also crazy if they just gave them a 200% leader skill for another category. I think they're right to be hesitant to increase the leader skills because then they have to rebalance the game. Yeah, they could add like super tech and then super physical to the Super Saiyan 4s for like 170. That'd be interesting. I bet you 150 stones they'll give them extra 30% buffs. More like an extra category. I think that would be an awesome way to do it because it would be very interesting for their teams because obviously their team building would change, like, not like completely or anything, but it's not like you'd be running entirely different teams like afterwards, but because they have what, Power Beyond Super Saiyan or Movie Heroes, and then the other one is Kamehameha. So who else would you like for example, imagine if the extra 30% was pure Saiyans. Because then it means all those characters like Vegeta's, Goku's who aren't on Kamehameha, Broly, like all of those guys would then be on their 200% leader skill because they're on Power Beyond Super Saiyan and then also pure Saiyans. Like, that would be kind of crazy. And then we have the Super Saiyan 4s. Fused Fighters or GT Heroes. I mean, theirs is kind of worse. Who would you put on this? I mean, I guess you could just actually give them Power Beyond Super Saiyan as the other one, maybe. Oh my god. Well, Rama God's UI is not on Power Beyond Super Saiyan or Movie Heroes, though, is he? Because UI doesn't count as Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So he wouldn't be on their team. Yeah, these guys definitely got the worst leader skill. Like, Fused Fires and GT Heroes. Not quite as good as Movie Heroes and Power Beyond Super Saiyan. Yeah, I'm trying to think, could they just give them like Power Beyond Super Saiyan as the extra 30% maybe? Because then all GT Heroes like Super Saiyan 4 and 3 characters would be on there. All the Fused Fighter like Super Saiyan 4s and 3s and stuff would be on there. But yeah, it would certainly be interesting to see what they can do. So... Well, yeah, true. I did just say that, like, fusions for the anniversary is, I think, something that could definitely happen. So... But that's why it'd be good for them to not just have Kamehameha as the plus 30, because, you know, a bunch of characters, like, depending on who we get and what super attacks they give them. Like, if we just got, like, a Spirit Sword for Geo or, like, a Super Gogeta, like, they potentially wouldn't be on there unless they give them those things. Join Forces, Battle of Fate, Time Limit. Yeah, those are all potential options that could be interesting, but... Wait for AGL Carnival Vegito. Like Vegeta of the Carnival and Gogeta of the Dokkan Fest. Be interesting to see which way around they would do it. Beast Gohan EZA. I mean, in theory, that won't be until what, the 12th anniversary. In theory, they handed out all the Twitter stones. I think so. In terms of the ones that we knew about before. Although, have they done? What was the last one for the social media campaign thing? Let me see. And there's the weird like tap action game thing. I don't think they've done the stones for that. I think that might be it. Yeah, it's like all users will get 25 Dragon Stones as a gift if we reach 10k posts with the designated hashtag. Let's say 10k posts. Well, I don't know how that works, because I mean, if it's just, I think it's just anyone's tweets that have that hashtag, because the actual thread itself only has like 400 replies. It has a bunch of retweets, but it doesn't tell you how many of those are quote tweets that could potentially be quoted with the hashtag, but I'm assuming it includes anyone's tweets, even if they're not a retweet of that original one, just with the hashtag in it. But yeah, technically those need to get finished first. Yeah, Beast Gohan's EZAs would be absolutely ridiculous. How long did it take to reach rank 999? I mean, it was quite a few years, but at the same time, it definitely was easier towards the end, because they started adding in stuff like boosts, and like we were getting the times XP multiplier more often, and like even like link leveling, because that's the thing, like before link leveling was a thing, there wasn't really a huge amount of reason to like grind like ranks, because once you got to a certain rank and you got all the rewards from like the missions and stuff, there wasn't really much point being a higher rank than that, other than getting the extra stamina. But obviously once link leveling became a thing, then it was like, well, now you're repeatedly playing like quest stages over and over and over and over again, so you're getting, especially when there is like ×4 rank XP on or something like that, then you end up like ranking up quite a lot. So it took me, like I say, quite a few years, but if you started now, it would take way less to get to 999 than it did, like for me, because of all this extra stuff that we have now. Because yeah, what is we have the times multiplier thing now, don't we? Yeah, ×4. So, because yeah, it was always nice when you were at that point where like you could basically always like you'd have just enough stamina that like finishing up your bar was then enough to rank you up, so then you just got full stamina again. Yeah, so Red Rebel says I'm at 433 after about a month, so yeah, it's definitely a lot more now, and especially because you get the stamina overflow. So if you started now, like, I mean, you can go into quest mode, do the first couple of stages, and you already rank up like 30 times. That then gives you all of that stamina, whereas before, when you ranked up, it just gave you full stamina, but you didn't get any of the overflow. So if you ranked up when you basically had like almost full stamina, all of that extra stamina that you would have got was like completely wasted. Whereas now, you can have more. So like I have 398. If it was possible for me to rank up, you could, like, if I leveled up now, then it would say like 570 something out of 398. That never used to be a thing in the past. So I didn't know that though. It maxes at 999. But I suppose, yeah, early on you just want to be like using it up as much as possible. It's like, I remember you'd have to try and like make the most of every little point of stamina. So like if you knew you were getting close to ranking up but you still had a full stamina bar, or close to being full, you'd just go and do like a bunch of the stages to grind like certain items, like or medals or something, because they give you barely any rank XP. And then right when you were about to level up, then you go and do another quest stage, because obviously you don't want to just hit the next level, you want to get a bit into it as well. So I try and get like as close as possible to leveling up. So this, you got this number up here where it says until next level. Obviously mine's been 0 for years now, but if you try and get that number as low as possible, and then do like a big quest stage with like ×4, because then you'd level up and already be like a good chunk of XP into the next level. Good times. Like now you could do the Whis event, yeah, exactly. Like just burn a bunch of stamina farming some skill orbs, and then rank up, and then just be able to, yeah, get a bunch of skill orbs and then use your last of your thing to rank up. Well, obviously now you don't have to do that, right? Because the Whis event wasn't a thing back then, but there was an event. Was it one of the Battle of Gods? No, Resurrection of F story events. It was like one of the few events in the game that you could farm Whis items from before they were available in the shop. That's crazy as well when you think about, like, there's so many items that you could just buy in the shop now, especially the Zenny part of the shop, that like a couple of years ago were not purchasable at all. So you had to wait until like a specific story event came back or something, and then try and farm it like as much as possible before the event went away. Whereas now you can just go into here, and even with the Zenny one, you can just go in here and buy some. You only get 3 a day in the Zenny shop thing. That's like 9 Whis. Whereas you used to not be able to do that. I remember back when Super Battle Road first came out, and it was obviously really hard. I remember getting to a point where like I can't remember which one it was that I was really struggling with out of the original 10, like the type ones. But like, there was one of the stages that I basically had to stop doing attempts. It was like when I was at my old job, I'd gone into work for like a night shift. I was trying to do whichever one it was, like Super Tech or something. And I failed a couple of times, and then it was like, well, I can't have any more attempts now because I don't have any Whis items left. And it's like obviously one of the best items in the game. So but yeah, medals as well used to be a huge pain, especially the Supreme Kai and Elder Kai ones. Those used to be really annoying to get. Boosts are really good as well. Obviously this new thing with the power level thing, where you get the extra like boosts, so you can get like double drops and stuff like that. That's really, really useful. Yeah, there's like a lot of, so much stuff has changed like after the last few years. Best link leveling stage is 34-4. This one. This is the one that I've been doing the most, because you get loads of blue gems. I have been told from like most people, yeah, that the new stage, none of the new stages are the best one. Someone in the chat said 35-1, but I don't believe so. Let's have a look at the stage quickly.
All right, let's do this.
$35 1 is fastest but not the best. Oh, right. So I guess, yeah, that depends how you break it down, because, yeah, 1 less fight, so technically 34-4 is better. But 35 1 is... I mean, if it's faster, but it's 1 less fight, so you're using more stamina overall, technically. But yeah, the number of enemies don't matter either, so the fact that these fights have only 1 enemy means that you do win quicker. Because that's one of the things I've noticed with the other stage, is if I've got a team of like really weak units, like the Devilman, because he has no Dragon Ball Saga allies on the link level team, is not very good. Like sometimes they won't kill the enemy in 1 attack, and so because that 34-4, some of the fights have 4 enemies, or 3 enemies, they don't all die, and so then you end up not beating the whole fight in one turn. So it does take a lot longer. So yeah, if you're a whale, you can spend stones on stamina and just want to go fast, you do 35-1. I mean, this team as well, my team currently for link leveling is a bad example, because I think almost everyone on this team is almost full link level 10. So obviously, like, we'll do this run here and probably not get a single link level up, which doesn't mean the stage is bad. It's just because all my characters are so close to being link leveled on this team. Yeah, Sokodo, how's it going? I feel like going faster defeats the point. Well, yeah, exactly. Going faster means you're just using stamina quicker. No, the BROLY EZA information is not out yet. If it's coming out today, which is what we're hoping, that's why the title has a question mark in it. But if it is coming out today, which is what we're hoping, it will be in like 19 minutes. And it should get posted by the global version. So we'll be able to have a quick look at it on the when they post it on Twitter. And then I'll end the stream, and then I'll get a video up a little bit later on with like going over his details properly and stuff. Because if we get his details today, we won't get the data download until tomorrow. And then he should come out. If we get the details today, it should be data download tomorrow, and then he comes out on Tuesday. But he might not come. The information might not come out today, which if it doesn't, it means the information will be tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, this one, this stage being fast is quite good. But yeah, as like Crawl Creed was saying, if you're a whale, like I probably wouldn't spend, like, I don't, like at this point, unless I'm link leveling brand new characters that have come out, and obviously I want them to be link level 10 straight away for videos, I don't grind link levels like using loads of stones to refresh. But we've gotten loads of meat items recently, so I do actually have a ton of items that I can use to refresh my stamina. But when I put on this Tech Paragus, I mean, honestly, Tech Paragus is not even worth using at all. But I think that you have to rainbow him to do one of the missions. But like, I would just give him full dodge, and then I guess the rest additional, because he's just a floating support unit, but he's not really that good. So I would say just full dodge, and then the rest additional. Because if you do ever use him, you ideally don't want him to ever get hit. So, because he has a bit of dodge, and then for some reason he gets extra dodge in slot 3, but only from turn 6 onwards, which bizarre. For a free-to-play unit that is definitely not in any way overpowered, like, I don't understand why he doesn't just have that extra dodge in slot 3 all the time. In terms of getting Elder Kais, if I did all the battle roads, got all of the blue gem Kais. So the best way to get Kais in general, once you've done all of that content, like that gives them just straight up as the rewards, is to always check the shop for the various different farmable currencies. So we're about to finish off the fight here, so I'll show you guys like in the menu. But if probably 2 extra super chances make them a great chance. Yeah, one of the things that would be good is if they gave him a similar thing to Physical Rosé, where like after he's done a certain number of attacks, he gets a guaranteed additional super. Like, that would be really helpful, I think. But yeah, if you go into the exchange menu and go into the treasure section, there's a bunch of different stuff, like all at the top. See, some of them don't, but these do actually. So I should probably get. Well, I don't need to farm Kais anymore. Shout out to Sokodo for re-upping his membership. A Lobster Squad member for 12 months. Got the gold badge now. Here's to 1 year. Glad to be part of the community. One of my inspirations for starting up streaming. Thanks, dude. Hey, no worries, Sokodo. I appreciate you. Thanks for helping support the channel, being part of the mod team. And yeah, 1 year. You have the gold badge now. You love to see it. Yeah, shout out to Sokodo. But yeah, so you look at these different currencies. These are the World Tournament ones. But you've got this one from one of the superhero events. You've got this. I've already got these ones, so they're not there. The chocolates one. This one from the Beerus Monarcha story event. You got the... This one will if you haven't already got them from the Vegeta event. This, like, brown blocks thing. This is from one of the Universe Survival Saga story modes. Then we got the yellow coins, which are from some of the GT story events. The apples, I think I've got these ones. I've got them since they last reset, so there's none in there for me. Because that's the thing, these will reset every now and then. So like if the event goes away for a while and then comes back again, this part of the shop gets updated. So you can see, like the last time the event was out, I did get a bunch of these, like just extra ready for the next time. Not quite enough, I'm just below the amount for this one. The only problem is, I don't know if it gives you from this menu. Yeah, see, from this menu, it doesn't tell you where you get them from. So that's the annoying thing, is you'd have to use like an outside resource, like checking the wiki or like Googling it or something. Because, yeah, let's see. Because it'll be under events and then story. I think I know which one the BROLY, the Universe Survival Saga one is. It's not going to be available, is it? I thought all the... Yeah, not all the story events are available, I guess. It's weird that the Boo Saga ones are. Is this the one with the things? No. I'll check the Portal of Memories. I mean, the thing is as well, like, it depends on how much you play the game, like whether you have a bunch of these keys or not. Because obviously going back into here, like every single story event is here if it's not currently live. And unfortunately, they're in a weird order. Because I think we're looking for... Oh. We're looking for the one that has like the free-to-play physical UI in the art, I think. Is it that one? Yeah, not very easy to find, which is annoying. No, it isn't that one. Well, that isn't... Actually, yeah, that isn't the physical free-to-play UI Goku anyway, is it? Wait, where is it? How did I miss it? Was it that one? The base... Oh, because that's his base form, and then he awakens into the UI Goku. Yeah, so it's this one. So this Universe Survival Saga event, and then, yeah, Stage 4, Make Way for Topo, Warrior of Justice. You can see drops those, like, brown cubes. So you go into here. Obviously, a load of these events now have, like, the boosted thing. So if you're running a full team of LRs from that category, you get the extra buff. Oh, Shawl, how's it going? Oh, yeah, don't have auto on, though, because auto will always pick the biggest number, so it's the absolute worst thing for this. But yeah, literally every tile of the stage is... You get some of those blocks. So you have to try and get... Obviously, it's complete RNG. Like, these numbers are bad now, because my lowest one is 4. But just try and hit, like, as many of the tiles as you can. And then you do get some for beating the boss anyway, so it's not like if you miss most of them, you don't get any. But yeah, hopefully the BROLY EZA details will be in 10 minutes, and then he comes out on Tuesday. If there's no details, then he comes out on Wednesday, and the details will be tomorrow. Because remember, the banners came out on Wednesday, so even though they weren't shown in the news, like when his EZA is going to come out, it's usually the week after the celebration starts. Sunday news has happened before. It was when we got the Cell Max details before he came out on JP. And then I think it was it when we got the Tech UI Goku details before he came out on JP as well? I can't remember. I had an option on auto where you can select between the highest and lowest. That would be really good, actually. Or he comes out on Thursday. I mean, true. It's literally, it should be whenever his details come out on Twitter, he should come out 2 days after that. But yeah, there you go. So you get a bunch from the stage, you get a bunch from beating Topo at the end. And I think, was it like 18,000 you needed to get the cheapest one? So I don't, or was it 16? So I'm like, but yeah, so it's not like you can't get loads. You're not going to be able to get like hundreds from doing that. But yeah, a good way to get Kais is to always go check in the shop. Oh yeah, it was 16,000. Yeah, always go check in the shop and then get any of these farmable currencies that will let you get Kais. Other than that, it's one of those things like with the, you know, when we had the anniversary special friend banner and stuff like that, so you can just go crazy for getting Kais. That's one of the main reasons why I still have so many, outside of Dokkaning responsibly in the early days, and farm. That's the other thing as well, like try and farm every farmable super attack that you can, which is another thing, unfortunately, as a newer player, that it's difficult to know like exactly what characters to get. But again, on the wiki they have that information. Like, it will show a character and it will show you all the characters that you can farm for their super attack. Because, like, for example, the new tech BROLY that just came out, there's a free-to-play farmable base form BROLY. So you can just farm a bunch of those up, train them into the new BROLY to get his super attack level up without using Kais. And then it means you save your Kais for the characters that you can't do that for. Because there are some that you just straight up can't. Like, obviously, the new trio, because they're the only unit in the game that's called Super Saiyan Goku, Gohan, and Trunks. They can't do that. So, the Giru guy thing. I barely ever looked at this. Yeah, there is a super attack level thing here. So, I never really looked at this all that much, though, to be honest. Yeah, it's because I got a bunch of SRs from the recent summons that I haven't sold yet, which is annoying. But then, to be fair, all of my characters are going to be full 10s anyway that aren't the... But yeah, like, for example, so I've got the Badman Vegeta. I didn't get any dupes for him. And now it shows you a bunch of events where you can farm a base form Vegeta, because there's quite a lot of them. So that is actually quite useful. It is quite a good resource. Is he really my only, like, he's like my only SSR or UR that isn't super attack leveled. Oh no, we got the... Who's this guy? Is he not free to play? Did I just never bother to finish farming him up? Oh no, he's the World Tournament one. That's right. Yeah, I did start, like, the funny thing is, before the anniversary, I did start making a team building guide, and I spent, like, quite a few hours working on it, and then I realised, like, it wasn't good. Not that it wasn't, like, a good guide, but the problem is, like, I made a new account, like a fresh account, on, like, just a Nox, like, emulator thing. And then, obviously, like, I was recording going through all the panel missions and stuff at the beginning, and just, like, actually doing all of the missions in the video. And then I realised that, like, you probably don't need all of that information. Like, the video would already have been well over like an hour and a half, and that was only doing like the panel missions. And obviously, while I was doing the missions, I was kind of like just talking about various different things, like talking about super attack levels and stuff like that. But that's probably not like the best way to have it laid out. Yeah, it's a lot more of a complicated undertaking than I thought it was going to be when I started doing it. And then it was one of those things, like I said, I'd worked on it for like a few hours and then didn't like what I'd like done so far. So yeah, I think that's a good idea as well. Because I mean, I tried putting out a tweet that was saying like, you know, what are some of the things you've learned over playing the game that you think would be useful to know, or did I? My knees praying. Yeah, Minato on my knees praying that Global posts the details. Hopefully they will. Someone replied to him saying. So no one else has put it. So. Yeah, they said in the global Dokkan now his info will be posted on social media. But yeah, the thing that I did want to remember actually from the other day, I need to find the tweet now, in case anyone missed it and wants to contribute to it. I'm going to make a video. I'm not sure when I'll release it, but it'll be before the end of the worldwide celebration. But basically, I just wanted to do a video talking about like, with the fact that global will be synced, and hopefully, then we will stop getting these weird like global L's where weird stuff happens with the schedule or weird stuff happens with banners. Hopefully none of that stuff will happen anymore. So I wanted to make a video in like, you know, what were the biggest global L's and global W's of all time, like before the sync happens, because then hopefully that won't happen anymore because everything will just be the same on both versions. So if you didn't get a chance to see that or contribute any thoughts or ideas, because I'll probably go through that thread and then make the video into like a top 5, and I'll just do like top 5. I don't know if I probably won't just show the tweet thread, but I'll get the ideas from there, and obviously maybe like shout out a couple of people who put those things in particular. But yeah, it'll be like a top 5 global W's and top 5 global L's of all time. The most fun part, as I said before, is when we get to the to be released, which multiple people have already mentioned is an L, which I think isn't. So that'll be fun. So yeah, I'm going to make this video soon. Let me know your thoughts over on the original tweet. I always have to clarify that, because if you retweet something and it's like, hey, don't forget to reply to this, people will reply to the quote tweet and not the actual original tweet, which is what I want people to do. Minato was like, maybe Amatsu got confused and just was just thinking of JP when he said they'd be posted on social media. Hopefully not, but biggest global L was Heroes not being synced from the start. True. Yeah, Global didn't get Heroes for how long? It got to the point where like we were wondering if Global would actually ever get it. And then there was people saying like, you know, oh, Global can't get Heroes because of licensing issues. Like they can't actually do hero stuff outside of Japan. And then I think it's because the World Mission game came out on the Switch and the PC. And was finally like of the first Heroes game that actually got released outside Japan. And then all of a sudden Heroes was on Global. So maybe that was actually true. And then when they finally released Heroes stuff outside of Japan, then Global was able to get Heroes. I have no idea, but... Alright, so, if the details are coming out today, they're about to come out. Like I say, we'll have a quick look at them on here, but then I'll be ending the stream, and I'll make a proper detailed video to go up later. It is now 9 o'clock. Come on, Global. Don't let us down. Says JP news or global news about new stages coming soon. So it should be in the news here. Oh, it's new stages for this already. Okay. Interesting. So those should be out on Tuesday if we get that news today. All right, JP posted it. Did Global post it? Did Amatsu lie to us? I think he did. It's not on the Global one. Oh, no way. They didn't. Well, they posted it on the JP one, but it doesn't seem to be anywhere on Global. So, good times. We'll go to the actual Global page specifically. Nope. So even though the games are syncing and we're in a same time celebration, Global doesn't want to post the details for the EZA in English so that we can actually see what they do. So yeah, they're out on JP. We'll have to wait for someone to translate them. So like I say, I'll have a video going up later. So stay tuned for that. His info did come out, but as always, we now have to wait for somebody else to translate it. And I have no idea how long that will take. So end the stream now, and I'll get a video up as soon as I can to let you guys know. It usually takes a good anywhere between like 20 to like 30 minutes or even longer for someone to do the translations. So I actually can't believe, though, they said on the Global stream his details will get posted on social media, and then they only posted them on JP in Japanese. That's hilarious. But there you go. So that's going to be it for the stream. I'll get the details video up once we know what they are. But I appreciate you guys coming out. Like the stream if you haven't already, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.